Hi everyone, I'm Pattycop Guy, and welcome back to creating your first D&D character. At this point, you've created a character sheet that is fit to play, and you may have even brought it to a table and play with it for a little bit. You might have noticed four kind of boxes on the top right of the top right of the character sheet, and thought to yourself, what am I even supposed to put in personality traits, bonds, ideals, and flaws? Well, the Player's Handbook gives us some suggestions, so let's dive in and see what it says. We are back on D&D Beyond, and I'm just going to level with you here. The sections of the character sheet I'll be talking about with you today only matter as much as you care about them, and there is no right or wrong way to fill them in. In my opinion, this is the best part of character creation because you have complete creative control over every aspect of this part of the character sheet. The sky is the limit. Yet, the boxes are there, and the developers of Dungeons & Dragons have some great suggestions about what to put in those boxes. You'll find everything you need to know in your character's background. For Anton, it's Soldier, so we hover over Game Rules, select Backgrounds from the drop-down menu, and scroll until we find Soldier. At this point, everything we'll be looking at is designed to give your character depth, flavor, and encourages role-playing. Now, please don't fret about the R word. Chances are you're better at role-playing than you realize, but that is a topic we can discuss in detail later. For now, we simply want to fill in our character sheet. You will notice soldiers get a specialty, which is basically a specific job they hold within the army they serve. Feel free to roll an 8-sided die, or pick the one that sounds the most interesting, or don't. It is honestly completely up to you. Next, it details a feature called military rank, which basically means you get a few perks because of your affiliation with the army in your Dungeons & Dragons world. Write this down and bring it up with your dungeon master to find a cool way to incorporate this into the game. It lets the dungeon master world build, and it will create cool moments outside of combat for your character to shine. Finally, we find details about those four boxes on the first page of the character sheet, if you're using the PDF, which is also in the link below. Every single one of these characteristics are suggestions, not the rule. You can pick from these lists, combine a few together, or come up with some of your own. It all comes down to who you think your character is. I do encourage you to read through this section of the background you picked for your character because they are more than decent suggestions, and you may even find some inspiration from them. Taking a quick look at the second page of the character sheet, you'll notice lines for basic character appearance at the top, including hair color, eye color, and that kind of stuff, and a box for a picture or illustration of your character, and a box for your character's backstory. You'll also see some boxes, one labeled Allies and Organizations, one labeled Treasure, and one labeled Additional Features and Traits. These will probably be empty for a while, especially if you're starting at level 1, and so don't worry about those right now. The appearance of your character is totally up to you. No doubt you have at least a basic image of your character, even if it's just you in a Ren Fair costume and some makeup. Describe that appearance here. Find a stock image to copy and paste to the box, or write a detailed physical description, whatever floats your boat. Lastly, the backstory is entirely up to you. It can be 3 words or 3 pages if you're just a little bit obsessed. And don't worry, I've been there too. I do have a few simple tips that will make this part easy. First, do consider having something of a backstory. This will help your dungeon master and the other players at your table get to know your character personally, and it opens avenues for memorable experiences in game and at the table. Second, keep it short. If you do have a multiple page backstory, write a summary for your dungeon master to read, and mention you have more details. If the dungeon master wants to pull material from your story, they can, but the last thing you want is to overwhelm the person running the game for you. 1 to 2 paragraphs, or about 10 to 15 sentences, is usually plenty. Third, incorporate your background. Tie everything about your character together, whatever that looks like. For example, maybe Anton is on a secret mission to track down an elusive villain, and thus joins an adventuring party, or maybe he went AWOL and is looking for a way to make money fast so he can escape the kingdom. The possibilities are endless. Fourth, write the names of 1 or 2 NPCs in your past to give the dungeon master a little bit of plot food. These can be family members, friends, or even rivals, and they take the load off your dungeon master a bit if they want to find a cool way to link your past to the current story. And that's it. you have a 100% complete character sheet. And remember, everything we talked about today is totally your decision, and there's no wrong way to fill in those details. It really just comes down to you enjoying your character and having fun. And that is what D&D is about. Having fun, and I hope you do. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please hit the like button and share it with your friends. If you like the content I'm creating, please consider hitting that subscribe button, and also hit that bell to get notifications about upcoming videos. Until next time, this is Patty Cap Guy, signing off.